Hello, back with Lorraine again. Thanks for stopping by. I've been having a bit of a sort out, a bit of a tidy up. My hubby painted my desk yesterday because it was looking a bit shabby, too shabby, not shabby chic. So I've been able to sort everything out and organise my desk a little bit so that things are a little bit easier to work with. So I've been sorting out scraps, lots and lots of different scrap things, and this morning I've worked on making some tags. If you're in my group Handcrafted by Lorraine on Facebook, you'll have seen them because I've posted some pictures on of the tags that I've made this morning. But what I thought I'd do, I'd start preparing some pockets and tuck spots and things because I have loads and loads and loads of book pages. So instead of using cardstock, I thought I'm going to use the book pages. So what I've made, I've just made this. I can't claim the design rights to this because Yvonne Preston did a video on this triple pocket, and I've used it a few times. So I'm using Yvonne Preston, and you can find her on YouTube. She's got some fantastic videos on. I'm using her designs and just doing them, not decorating them up, so that they're ready for when I'm doing journals. I can just pop these in, and all they are three little pockets tucked together, and they will fit onto a journal page. And you can either, I haven't got a journal page here, I haven't got any, no. They'll fit onto a journal page, and you can glue the whole thing down so that it's flat, so that you've just got the three pockets, or you could glue it on two sides so that you've got the three pockets, but then you've got tuck spots behind it as well, or three sides and just have a large tag tucked in at the top there. And if you make them, you don't have to use book pages, you can use anything you choose, and then you have them ready to decorate when you decide what theme your journal's going to be. So I was going to make another couple of them, so I thought I'll come on and I might as well video how I'm doing these, and then you can watch and maybe craft along with me. So here I are. What I've done, I've torn the book pages out, and then what I've done is I've trimmed some of the edges, so that, obviously not well enough, let me just trim that, because I'm terrible. Anybody that's watched my videos will know that I don't measure, I'm bad. So three, I can trim them up afterwards, it doesn't really matter. So 2 sheets per pocket, and what you do is you put one with the text the right way up and one with the text upside down, so that when you fold the bottom to make the envelope, the bottom page is the right way up. So I learnt that to my detriment after wasting pages and pages. So all I do is take the page, the bottom page, and I use glue stick and just stick the pages together. This glue stick's awful. I really struggle getting supplies here. So sometimes you just have to make do with whatever you can get. So I'm not keen on it. So I just line them up the best I can and stick them together. So then the bottom of the page, about a third way, flip it up, just straighten the crease, give it a good crease, and then the top the same, give it a crease. Just a word of warning as well, if you're using book pages, it's worth having a bit of a scan to see what is written on the page. I mean, sometimes you can get some inappropriate texts on, so just be a bit mindful about what you're doing. So that's one pocket almost finished, and then number 2, glue stick. So I love having a sort out, and I love tidying my workspace, and I've moved, it's not a shelf, it's a shoe rack here at the right hand side of me, and it's got all the things that I use most frequently, so they're just there within reach. It's much better. Plus it encourages me to tidy up, because when I worked this morning I tidied up after I'd finished, because everything's just there. Much better. So again, just line it up. I use the bone folder because if there's any clumps of glue stick, it just smooths it out. So again, about 3/4, oh sorry, about a quarter, not a quarter, a third. I was never any good at maths. So there. And then the top down. That's 2. It doesn't matter if they're not the same size, because when they're together you won't be able to tell. So long as they're near the same size, you can't have them obviously miles out. So again, you don't have to use book pages, you can use your digital papers, you can use your coffee stained papers, anything you have really, magazine pages, anything, wrapping paper. So again, a third, ish, and again, there we go. So there's the 3 pockets, glued and folded, and then what you need to do, I don't know whether to trim that because it's a little bit, let me just straighten that, there we go, take that sliver off there. So then with my other glue, I just, the bottom third that you've folded up, I just, on the 2 sides, add some glue and then just stick it down. There we go. And that forms the little pocket. So repeat that with the 3 pockets. You don't have to do 3 pockets, you could just use an individual one, or do it in 2s, or if you're doing a massive book you could do more. Two, and then 3. So it's a nice, quick and easy way of working, and it gets rid of some of your stash, all your bits, because you can. One way to decorate this would be to use your scrap papers and collage over the book pages. In fact, you could do that first. You could collage and then make the envelopes out of your collaged papers. So then what I do with the top flap from the envelope, I bang it in here, and if it'll work properly, I just round the corners off slightly. There we go. You can, if you want to, cut it into a proper envelope flap shape, or you could use a border punch and have a fancy edge on there. But because I don't know what they're going into, what the end product's going to be, I don't want to do that. I'm just going to trim that because that's a little bit. There we go. So then, sorry, I'm reaching across here. I'm just going to use some Distress Oxide ink and just go around the edges. This is a vintage photo that I'm using. I don't know why I have to keep telling you that, because it's the only one I tend to use. I do have others, but this is my favourite one. It's not too heavy, the colouring. So all the way around the edges, just to age it a little, just to give it a vintage look. And you don't have to do this because obviously you don't know how you're going to trim them, so you might want to leave this until after you've decorated, so that you can see what you need to do. Because I've done this and I might not need to, depending on how I trim them up. But I'm wondering about doing some stencils or stamping over the top, and then maybe colouring with my alcohol pens. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. It's just nice having some things in ready, so that if I get an order for a journal, I've got some stuff in that I can just fit in. So that's good. So, I know when I'm watching videos, this is the most boring bit, isn't it? Watching somebody doing the distressing. So I apologise. Maybe I shouldn't have done it, but we're nearly there now. So there's the three of them decoupaged up. So I was hoping those numbers would show, but they're not going to show, are they, by the time I've done them? No, only slightly. So then what I do, I decide where this one's going to be. I want it a little bit lower down than the flap, because you need to have enough space to open the flap. So then I just go along the base of here with the acrylic glue. You can use any glue, whichever your favourite glue is. There's so many different ones available. So that's the first two glued together. Okay, and then I'm going to end up covering that 15, aren't I, because it's, well, I don't have to, I can bring it further down, can't I? So I don't know why I'm fussing about leaving that number showing, because it's probably going to get covered over when I'm decorating the whole thing. But you just never know. I could have looked for number 3, couldn't I, and been really OCD about it, made sure that the numbers, and I could have done 1, 2, 3, but you know, I don't measure, I don't plan, I just do. So there's 3 pockets together, 1, 2, 3, and then they'll all be decorated and then fit into a journal page. So go ahead, go and have a play. Really simple thing to do, and it's a good way of using up scraps or books or whatever you've got in your stash. So thanks for watching, thanks for crafting along. Please leave a comment and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you.